Hello everyone, this is Professor Systems, Heating Systems Part 2. Okay, so here in previous lecture we have completed till the experimental greenhouse. Okay, sorry, ground air collector. So this was the upper figure. Now we are continuing from C, that is design of experimental greenhouse. A roof type even span greenhouse with an effective floor area of 6 by 4 meter square has been considered. The orientation of greenhouse was east to east west. The greenhouse was installed to study the thermal load leveling under composite climate of India. There was a brick north wall to reduce thermal losses from the greenhouse during winter, as suggested by Santa Maurice and Singh and Tiwari, as shown in figure 3.25b. The central height and height of north wall and south wall were 3 and 2 meter respectively. A provision of cooling pad size 3 by 1.15 meter square was kept on west wall for cooling the greenhouse in summers. Thus, this area should be subtracted for the computation of solar energy from the west wall in figure 3.2b. A schematic view of collector used by Bartok and Eldrick 1984 for thermal heating of greenhouse has been shown in figure 3.25d. Bartok and Eldrick have suggested that the low-cost concrete collector can also be best applicable for low temperature applications such as warm irrigation watering in greenhouse. So this is experimental greenhouse they have constructed, which has a floor area of 6 by 4 meter square. Okay, the area, the orientation or the position of the greenhouse is from east west. Okay, so as to have the maximum flow of air. Okay, and so this was constructed for the thermal load leveling study. Okay, of the composite climate in India. The composite climate is only found in India, so as to have this study, they have constructed it in India in Delhi. Okay, there also they have constructed a brick north wall to reduce the thermal losses and during the winter time. Okay, also the height and all the width were kept for this greenhouse for very much. Okay, also which we can see in the figure 3.2b. Likewise, the greenhouse experimental greenhouse was constructed so as to have this study. Okay, then south wall were 3 and 2 meter respectively. Then the cooling pad size of 3 by 1.15 meter square was kept on the west wall for cooling the greenhouse in summer. So this cooling pad area, you can see it in it in this figure 3.25b. Cooling pad area was constructed so as to have a cooling of the air in the summer season. Okay, as composite seasons are here. So then a schematic view of collector used by Bartok and Aldrich for thermal heating of greenhouse has been shown. So this type of concrete collector was used for the thermal heating or warming irrigation water. Okay, in the greenhouse. So this is the concrete collector and this is reinforced steel bars. Okay, concrete flat black with complete black colored, and also the FRP, fiber reinforced plastic were used here. Okay, then sheet metal screws were used, then foam weather strips were also used here. Okay, then we'll go for the next conventional method. The conventional method of heating is mostly desirable during harsh cold climate, December, January in northern India. In this case, conventional fuels, namely cow dung cake, coal cake, wood, baggies, were used. During thermal energy generation by burning, CO2 is also produced. The production of CO2 inside the greenhouse helps to maintain CO2 level for maximum productivity of crop. So, so the conventional methods, like in India, these conventional methods are also used in the during the winter in various rural regions. Okay, so burning of cow dung, coal cake, cow dung cake, wood baggies for the emission of CO2 and for producing the warm air or hot air. Okay, so these are the many types of methods, conventional methods, which are used to maintain the CO2 level in the greenhouse. Okay, so next is isothermal mass. In this case, a cylindrical drum made up of Metallic sheet with blackened surface is filled with water and it is placed inside a greenhouse. Solar radiation falling on the surface is absorbed by blackened surface. The absorbed energy is converted to water mass and water gets heated during sunny period. In the night, the stored thermal energy is released to greenhouse room air for thermal heating. The shape of drum depends on the level of thermal heating. A view of isothermal mass inside greenhouse has been shown in figure 3.26a. Canelan has tested thermal heating of double layer polyethylene greenhouse by using first tube mat inflated cover solar water heater area 12.4 meter square flow rate 0.014 minus 0.025 LS minus raised to minus 1 meter per meter square and water rock storage. So here you can see isothermal mass. Okay, here a mass or a drum filled with water with black color painted to it is kept, and then the solar radiation, thermal radiation is attracted by this blackened surface drum, and it is converted into these solar radiations are stored in the form of hot air in the drum, and this during the night temperature. Here you can see during the night this hot air, this thermal radiations or thermal air is converted and exhausted, or these are um, um, again sent back to the greenhouse for the maintenance of warm air inside the greenhouse during the winter or during the night temperature when the temperature goes down. Okay, as shown in figure 3.26b, he concluded that polyethylene film glazed collector has not achieved the required thermal heating during autumn months. Modifications are to be made to increase collector efficiency. The warm water cum floor water floor storage system has provided desired greenhouse temperature. The construction detail of floor water storage system has been shown in figure 3.26c. Temperature sensor has been located across the insulation and at 300 mm depth. A typical temperature profile with pot cultivation has been shown in figure 3.626 with dimensions. During the test, the water depth was 240 mm with storage temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and the average value of heat input from the floor to greenhouse enclosure of 60 watt per meter square. The value of heat transfer coefficient from floor to greenhouse air obtained by set of data was 19.1 watt per meter square degree Celsius. The Hartley variation of greenhouse of various temperature measured from for water depth at 240 mm and rock depth at 300 mm has been shown in figures 3.26e and 3.26f respectively. The temperature of water was maintained by electric element during test period. This is the schematic diagram for this type. Okay, so here in this they have told us the various material or various instrumentation used to ventilate the air inside the greenhouse. So this is the figure for it. Tube mat, solar water heater is provided, inflated cover. Then this is the rock bed which is covered black. Also double poly control greenhouse is provided here. Okay, so tanking and insulation is provided below where sun radiation or solar radiation is converted into the water, and during the low temperature it is again transferred to the greenhouse. Okay, layout of double polyethylene solar greenhouse with collector and floor storage. So this is construction detail of floor storage in greenhouse. So this floor storage is shown here. Okay, graded rocks are provided, water level, then PVC liner is provided below the graded rocks, then insulation film is provided. Also here temperature profile of floor water for pot cultivation. This is magnification. Then plant cultivation is provided. Okay, here so pot plant container is also provided here. Also the rock surface for temperature profile storage. Then this hourly temperature variation is noted here, which can be seen at the temperature of 30 degrees Celsius at the midday. Okay, variation or the high rise in the temperature. Also here you can see it is seen that there is more fluctuation. It is seen that the sorry it is seen that the more fluctuation in temperature of greenhouse air 12 degree to 25 degree due to higher storage temperature in the case of water as a storage media. In the case of without heating, the greenhouse air temperature varies within the range of 10 degree to 18 degrees Celsius. So here also you can see the temperature rise to 12 to 25 degrees Celsius at the midday can be seen. Okay, hourly variation. Okay, then heat pump. Heat pump shows the working principle of greenhouse heated by heat pump. There are two heat exchanger. One is connected to cold water CW insulated tank, and other one is connected to warm water insulated storage tank. The cold water and warm water storage tanks are connected through heat pump as shown in figure. The system was tested in Hanover, Germany over the period of 1 year. The water at 2 to 6 degree Celsius from cold water CW storage tank is allowed to pass through a heat exchanger placed inside greenhouse during sunshine hours. The water gets heated as greenhouse acted as a solar collector, and then it is returned to CW or cold water storage tank. Thus, the cold water is heated up to 18 to 24 degrees Celsius. Once the water in cold water tank is heated, is sufficient for heating the greenhouse enclosed air during night time during the through another heat exchanger placed inside greenhouse. For 24-hour thermal heating, another heating system from boiler is provided. An exhaust fan is also provided for ventilation to control humidity and CO2. So here in this heat pump, there is two heat exchanger are provided. One connected with cold water storage tank and warm water storage tank. With additional warm water storage tank is provided with additional heating. Then these two storage tanks are connected with heat pump. So this working is from as the cold water storage tank is connected to the heat for the with the heat exchanger, and this heat exchanger get the solar radiation and convert the cold water to the warm water from the solar radiation attracted from the double glaze layer. Okay, so here cold water storage tank water is passed into the heat exchanger. This water is heated from the solar radiation, and again this water is provided in the cold water storage tank, but this water becomes warm water, and after as this is warm water, so it is passed in the warm water storage tank from the heat water heat pump, and this cold water storage tank is again filled with the cold water storage tank, and again from the uh, it is converted into the warm water by passing it through the heat exchanger. So this is very easy process, like the solar water heater. Okay, for converting the cold water into the warm water. Okay, so also ventilation is provided so as to maintain the room air temperature inside. So this working is likewise the solar heater, which converts the cold water into the hot water for, by the attraction of or by the by solar radiation, by taking the help of solar radiation through the glazing material. So this is about the heat pump. Now these are the different thermal heating greenhouses where the orientation and the passive active methods are used within the greenhouses. Okay, the other possibilities for thermal heating of greenhouse have been shown in figure 3.27b. First, separate air water collector integrated with greenhouse under active mode of operation, that is 3.27b1. So this is air water collector integrated with greenhouse under active modes of operations. Then solar collector integrated in greenhouse structure under the roof under passive mode. So these are the passive modes. The use of greenhouse as a collector and store the heat into storage tank provided below floor. So here the storage heat is provided into storage tank with the help of sand bed or water. Okay. Then next is instrumentation. The automation and continuous operations in commercial greenhouses have advocated the scope and use of individual instrument and instrument system for automatic control and measurement of various environmental parameters. These parameters may include temperature, solar intensity, humidity, leaf area index, photosynthesis rate, etc. Importance of these parameters has already been discussed. Hence, one has to keep in mind the kind of instruments required before designing a system. Some of the instruments along with their working principles are discussed here. Temperature measuring instrument. First, thermometer. So here is only one instrument they have given us for the study. It is one of the most common temperature measuring device. Both liquid and glass expand on heating and their differential expansion is used to indicate the temperature. The precision of the thermometer depends on the care used in calibration. The accuracy of these thermometers does not exceed 0.1 degrees Celsius. Thermometer is an instrument used for measuring the temperature of a substance. A number of required and number of techniques and forms are used in thermometers depending on factors such as degree of accuracy required and range of temperature to be measured. But they all measure temperature by making use of some property of substance that varies with temperature. For example, liquid in glass thermometers depend on expansion of liquid, usually mercury or alcohol colored with dye. Okay. So here there are instrumentation part. So this is the instrumentation part to measure the temperature variation or the environmental variation in the solar sorry, in the greenhouse. So it may be the temperature variation, solar intensity variation, humidity, then in the photosynthesis rate variation. There are many instruments used for these variations. Okay, so for the temperature they have told that thermometer is used in the variation. So we all know what thermometer is used for, what thermometer is used. So thermometer is used for temperature variation measuring. Okay, so they have also told that it uses the some kind of substance like mercury and alcohol which varies with the temperature, which expand with temperature, which shows or which indicates the temperature variation. Okay, so this was all about the part 2. Thank you.